As the Arab world unites in condemnation of Israel's brazen attack on Hamas leadership, terrorists finding refuge in the luxury hotels of Qatar, Israel stands strong, fearless, unapologetic, and defiant. We will not apologize from protecting our wives and children. Listen to what Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu had to say.
Today, 4 of our soldiers were killed by Hamas terrorists in Gaza, and 6 Israeli civilians were brutally murdered in a bus stop in Jerusalem. This morning, Hamas proudly took credit for both of these actions. At noon today, I convened the heads of Israel's security organizations and authorized a surgical precision strike on the terrorist chiefs of Hamas. These are the same terrorist chiefs who planned, launched, and celebrated the horrific massacres of October 7th, the savage murder of 1,200 people, the beheading of men, the rape and murder of women, the burning of babies, the taking of over 250 hostages, innocent hostages, grandmothers, grandchildren, Holocaust survivors. They perpetrated the worst attack on the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Now, they were meeting in the same place, exactly the same place, where they celebrated this savagery almost 2 years ago. At the beginning of the war, I promised that Israel would reach those who perpetrated this horror. And today, Israel and I have kept that promise. Now, much of the world, including much of the democratic world, or governments at least, have shamefully forgotten October 7th. But I don't forget, and Israel will never forget. Never. There was a time when Jews could be murdered with impunity, but since the founding of the State of Israel, those days are over. On this day, as in previous days, Israel acted wholly independently, and we take full responsibility for this action. And this action can open the door to an end of the war in Gaza. Israel has accepted the proposal put forward by President Trump to end the war, beginning with the immediate release of all our hostages, which have been held in the dungeons of Gaza for 700 days. If President Trump's proposal is accepted, the war can end immediately. We can begin once again to pursue the expansion of peace in our region for the benefit of all. But I want to close by directing my words to the people of Gaza. Don't be derailed by these murderous terrorists, by these killers. They don't care a hoot about you. They live in sumptuous villas. You can't imagine how sumptuous. Away from this battle scene. Their partners in Gaza don't worry about you. They go to the underground tunnels and they keep you above ground so you serve as human shields for them. Don't be derailed by these killers. Stand up for your rights and for your future. Make peace with us. Accept President Trump's proposal. Don't worry. You can do it, and we can promise you a different future. But you've got to take these people out of the way. If you do, there is no limit to our common future. Thank you.
Words of conviction spoken clearly and unapologetically. The message that Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu is giving to the world is that we are not weak. We are not Jews of weak knees. We are strong. We don't need to rely on the United Nations or the United States to give us permission to protect ourselves. We follow the rule of logic, the rule of law, the rule of Torah, because self-defense is not genocide. We are bringing our hostages home, and we are protecting ourselves from future attacks by Hamas, making sure that Hamas is never again going to be strong enough to be able to perpetrate another attack against us. Self-defense is never genocide. We don't need the approval of other nations to give us permission to protect our wives and children, to bring our hostages home. This rule of Torah is something which the Torah teaches us. When someone rises up against you, you must strike them first. Do not wait for them to take to strike the first blow. That was the huge and epic error that Golda Meir made in the Yom Kippur War, because she was afraid that the world would brand Israel as an aggressor. That's why she waited for the invasion of the Yom Kippur War. And tragically, we lost almost 3,000 soldiers. In the Six-Day War, however, Israel was preemptive. Israel did follow the rule of Torah to strike first, and that's why there was so much less casualties of Israeli soldiers than there were in the Yom Kippur War. Finally, Israel is rising up to be consistent with Torah law, to go and do what needs to be done, because when we follow Torah law and not international standards of hypocrisy, which allow rogue countries like Russia to invade Ukraine, yet allows Russia to condemn Israel for defending herself. Russia started the war against Ukraine. Israel did not start the war against Gaza. Israel was merely trying to bring back her men, her boys, her men and women, her boys and girls home. That's all that we're trying to do. God willing, by following the rule of Torah, God Almighty will intervene and ensure that our actions will be successful. Am Yisrael Chai.